Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. Shade Squad here. Let's talk about open. People wanted me to look at open. Let's start right with the patterns here. Let's start with the yearly time frame. Today's the day to look at patterns. Yearly time frame. Is that a bear flag on the yearly time frame? I don't know if that makes any. I don't know if that has any bearing on whether this is going to actually continue to go down. Let's go to the quarterly. See what the quarterly has to say here. It came down as low as everybody wants it at $1. Then here it came down to 50 cents, rallied back to $4. So at least on the quarterly time frame, you'll notice that people really love this under $1. Nobody wants the smart ones love it under $1. The dumb ones, they don't want it under $1. They see it under $1 and they're like, oh no, it's selling off, it's over, we're never gonna recover. And then it recovers, and we go back to 4, and then everyone's chasing it. So let's go down to the monthly. Okay, monthly time frame. What happens? Let's see. July and August, we get a big pump. July pumps. End of year pump. This is a very interesting pattern that I'm seeing here. I don't know if this has anything to do with cycles, but ever since it bottomed out down here at around $1, it seems like we have a nice big pump here around June and July. So in May, from May to July, we have this big run up. And then that's for the year of 2023. And then in July here, we have a nice little green month from 1.74 to $3. So almost 100% right here on this candle, July 1st. So yeah, wow, that's crazy. Let's see. Same thing here in July 1st here, the start of the big run, and then we topped out at around $5. So it has to break 5 to go to 10, in my opinion, because I've seen this before. But yeah, it has to break 5 to go to 10, has to break 10 to go to 15, because people love big, nice round numbers. But it's interesting. I don't know what could someone, if someone knows more about open and what the hell they're about, why is that? Because I'm seeing a pattern here where around July it just loves to have a huge run. Yeah, July 1st, big pump here. July 1st, big pump here. July 1st, big pump here. And then it continued. Like, even if you just, literally, if you just buy July, like July 1st, you just load up. For some reason, we always get a green month. That's what I'm seeing. Again, we're looking for patterns we can abuse. Is this a buy here? I wouldn't want to chase it, but if we can get that breakout above 5 and hold above it, that'd be great. But I don't think that's what's happening right now. Yeah, we're getting big rejection like last time. So there's your bottom down here. Like as soon as it comes down to $1 and under, it's a buy. For the smart ones start buying. Then they let the suckers chase it up for them. Daily time frame. Yeah, so big rejection here. We tried to break out and go higher. It really does have to hold 5s yeah, it has to hold 5s. So, am I buying? Okay, so I'm gonna just let me look at the earnings. Earnings is probably the most important thing before I make a decision as to whether this is a buy or not. I can't say it's a buy on the technicals. Who wants to be chasing? Because when you chase up there, you're holding a big bag. You don't really want to be chasing up here. You want to chase when it's down here at like $1 and under, because that's where the opportunity is. We just showed you that on the monthly and on the quarterly. I mean, obviously, there's always going to be people who aren't going to listen. They're going to load up open. What is it? Trading View Financials. Okay, I guess I can't find their revenues. I'm trying to look at open door revenues right now, just to judge it based on its earnings, right? Because if a stock has increasing demand for their product / service, we're going to see the revenues going up. So let's see here real quick. Where's the income statement? Let's look at the quarterly. The revenues are kind of just going sideways. Okay, let's look at the annual. Yeah, the revenues are kind of just Their revenues are kind of That's so weird. So their revenues go from 4.74 to 2.58 during COVID. Then it jumped to 8 billion, then 15 billion, then dropped to 6 billion, then dropped to 5 point. So that's just, it's so odd. So its revenues are just going sideways. So take that out. Take that. Yeah, I don't know how to. That kind of would explain why it's going sideways. GME also has the same kind of price action. Like GME's revenues are just sideways, but the stock is also sideways. It's actually a buy right now near the bottom here. So it kind of reminds me of GME. Like same thing. This has found a bottom down here. Smart ones buy when it's cheap under $1, and then it rallies huge, and the cycles repeat. So, yeah, I would not give this a buy. I would wait for it to get discounted. Like if you buy at the purple line, you're getting a massive discount. That's how I want you to think about it. Because that's my strategy. I want discounts. So if I buy up here at $5, I'd look like a fool, right? Because then it dropped to the purple line. That's a nice 45% off. As you can see here, if you wait for the purple line, you get a massive discount. Here, when it rallied way above the purple line, again, same thing. If you wait for the purple line, you get a 34% discount. And you just average down as it goes lower. Because you have to believe in the overall pattern. Long term, you know that long term it comes down under $1, and then it rallies huge anyways. Same thing with GME. You know it comes down to the bottom of that range, and then it rallies, and then it just rinses and repeats. So why not abuse that pattern? That's why I have the pattern logo today, where there's a lot of patterns that I'm noticing here. Let's see. So from here, if you wait for the purple line, you're getting about 68% discount, 50 to 60, yeah. So that again, we're looking for discounts. Why would I pay a premium, right? That's like buying Domino's Pizza and going, no, charge me 68% more, please, or whatever. Let's see. If I were to buy right now, I'd be paying 277% more for the stock price. That doesn't make sense. Like, who's gonna buy Domino's Pizza and pay, 250% more for their pizza? Like, you're not gonna. No one's gonna. I guess someone maybe might. I don't know. I wouldn't. Give me a 50% off, and I'll buy. But I'm not buying. I'm not paying 250% more for Domino's Pizza. Not even for Giordano's would I do that. And Giordano's is like right down the road. Well, I just gave myself away. I know some people who just went Giordano's. Then I know you live in Chicago or somewhere around there. But anyways, I would say it's a buy. But let it come down. Let it come down. I would not chase. Because if you're going to chase, at least chase with a strategy. Like, hey, I'm going to chase here, but I'm going to have a stop loss so that I don't hold a bag from 5 all the way down to, $1. And I've seen this happen with color. So this is why I'm telling you, like, just be very careful. Because color stock ran to, before it did a reverse split, it ran to $5, but then it did a reverse split, I think a 1 for 8. So it ran to 43, and then it never recovered, and it's just tanking, right? You can see a clear pattern where it just continues to go lower and lower and lower. It finds a trading range, goes lower. Finds a trading range, go lower. Rinse and repeat. So you just want to be careful. No, that's why you don't want to chase. Just telling you right now, if you don't believe me, ask color bag holders. They'll tell you, yeah, I'm kind of screwed. So telling you right now, open, not a buy. Right now, I would wait for that 200 weighted moving average. Wait for that purple line. Those who have the patience and discipline are the ones that make the money. Because guess what? The people who made a lot of money, they bought down there when no one wanted it under $1. And now they're making hand over fist money while everyone else chases it up.